Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another rant video. This is going to be a very special video to commemorate Kobe Bryant after his passing. It's no any way to disrespect him. If anything, I appreciate him, but the reason why I have a picture of him right beside the Hibachi chef, because he does something special and then mentioning Kobe Bryant's name as the Black Mamba as to commemorate, as to celebrate, and to show off to the customers and to share his respects also, because considering he's been gone for a while now. It doesn't feel that long, but it's basically when COVID was going around, like when it started, happened on to the last year. So might as well just give my thoughts of what was about to happen, besides him bringing up Kobe, because it's also important that I bring it up. So this man, apparently he's like an expert hibachi chef. So I'm gonna explain for those who don't know what a hibachi chef is. It's basically, obviously, it's a chef who cooks their food right in front of their customers, so they can enjoy, so they can have fun, they can be able to try something different, like a different method when eating out and going to a restaurant. But I'm very surprised, like, considering it's COVID, because it's definitely a recent video, so I'm surprised this guy or any of the people don't really have a mask below their below their chins. So I was thinking that would also be very important too. Although it may be hard, I can tell that it's very discomforting, but not as discomforting about what I'm about to talk about right now. So this man, he does like a fancy trick shot. He's like, oh, I'm gonna be like Kobe, I'm gonna smack the container, and it actually lands on it's gonna be hard to explain. It actually lands in the in the like with all the other containers by the other shelf, so had a perfect landing. So he smacks the container onto the oven, and then it lands right beside one of the other containers, or the sauces, the sauce bottles, in the perfect position. And then you have this one lady in the background. I'm not even sure why she's offended, but this is definitely Karen, so the Karen does get involved. She's like, why are you disrespecting Kobe like that? Why are you calling him the Black Mamba when she clearly has no knowledge of Kobe Bryant? So because if she realized, I even have a picture, and there's a reason why he's called the Black Mamba. That's like his basically his nickname. And she's like, oh, are you trying to disrespect the dead? Are you trying to be racist towards Kobe Bryant? So all of a sudden this Karen isn't racist. Like, but that's why I find weird, because there are a lot of Karens that are racist, especially when they don't have their way. And I could have shown a picture, but there's a reason why I don't want to show you, so it's best that I don't. So, if I were to show you, I'll tell you this: she's heavy set, she has a low cut, so best that you find out yourself. So because I want to give you a better view when I do this video right now. So besides that, I know I'm getting a little off topic, but let me explain here again. So because I'm guessing, like, either she doesn't like Kobe, or she's just clueless, honestly, or her life is just miserable. She's miserable with the way she looks, because especially what I brought up, or what I mentioned about her appearance, which is why I didn't want to show you. So again, it's just really random that she decides to just lash out on this guy, considering there are people there. If you notice, the other customers, they had no issue at all. They'll be like, okay, we know Kobe. No, I respect that. No, he's doing something to entertain us. But she didn't feel entertained. She felt offended. And she's like, no, I'm sticking behind Kobe Bryant's back. But then later, she will have some words with him if he was alive, and being disrespectful. So she's the type of person that will pretend that she supports someone, but in reality, like, she's the type of person that will turn her back on them. Because because maybe she's trying to make it seem like, maybe This is my thoughts, honestly. Maybe inside, deep down, she's a racist. Maybe she's a cruel, disgusting person. So she's trying to put on this act. Because there are people that are just fake. With how they're claiming, how they claim that they're sticking up for somebody, or they were just having a bad day. It was like they were misunderstanding, or someone misinterpreted the situation. Because when he said, "Oh," he said, "Black Mamba," like somehow that went her, that got her into the offense. And then I don't think he even had to go on defense if you think about it, because he knew he wasn't trying to be offensive. People were aware that he was like simply just trying to honor his name. So I don't understand how it's offensive to bring up someone's name even after their passing. Because like she made this whole situation, like she made it seem like, oh, that she's like he was just somehow like cheering his death or something. Like he was cheering, oh yeah, rest in peace, Kobe. When really he was just simply honoring his name, which I don't have an issue with. Because if someone were to disrespect Kobe like that, I would make a video for sure, and then giving them tons of backlash, insults, criticism, and I wouldn't be hesitant to do that right now. But I'm not gonna do it with this guy right here. I'm not gonna go off on this guy really, because I know he was for sure he never meant any harm towards Kobe. And people, I'm pretty sure anybody with a common sense would know that he's simply like a fan. I can guarantee he's a fan, because without looking, like when he made that, when I was talking about the shot that he did with the container, he was simply trying to basically imitate a move that Kobe Bryant did himself. Because I'm assuming that that happens to be like a no look shot, a no look pass, assist, whatever. And he just came up with the idea. He was brainstorming some ideas relate to Kobe, and he decided to do that move, basically like any other signature move that people are interested when it comes to certain basketball players. They want to follow it. They want to practice it. So I'm guessing this dude has been practicing for a while. He's trying to find ways, ideas to try to please customers even more, entertain them. So he had no intent of trying to offend anyone, when really it's the Karen that's doing that. So what if he said Kobe Bryant's the Black Mamba? So you're telling me no, like anybody, whether it's a non-black person, that they shouldn't address him by that? That is somehow racist. I honestly, I guarantee you, she has no clue what a black mamba is. It's literally a huge black rattlesnake, from what I'm looking at right now. So she might as well see one person just to know what it looks like, just to know what it is. So if she can't define what a black mamba is, because I can tell she has a hard time like knowing the definition of what a black mamba is. It clearly has no clue if it even exists, or if it's a racial slur, which is clearly not. Because why would someone? I never heard anybody call any other black person the Black Mamba and use it as a racial slur. Unless you're trying to compliment the person and say, "Oh, you're gonna be the next Kobe Bryant," then I'll take that into consideration and say thank you. Because I doubt this woman even plays basketball. You can tell, like, if you were to look at her and watch the video, I can guarantee she does not play basketball or is really a fan. This is just one of those fake fans. They only like someone because they want to join the bandwagon. So she's part of the bandwagon, being a Karen and joining part of the Kobe Bryant bandwagon, because it makes her feel good, it makes her look good, and she doesn't have to worry about people like having to disrespect her. She doesn't have to worry about being she just simply wants to fit in with the crowd. She doesn't have people like basically turning in on her, like people like approaching her in a certain way, and she doesn't have to feel threatened, or she doesn't have to feel intimidated. And I feel some people, like in the world we're living in today, they feel they have to join, they have to be part of a bandwagon in order to satisfy society right now, in order to feel satisfied, in order to like, which isn't bad. Sometimes it depends on the person if they deserve it. Like there's nothing wrong with wanting to support someone, but you have to be serious though. You honestly, to be real, you have to be serious. If you really care, if you really are a fan of that person, you have to at least know who they are. You have to know where they're coming from. You have to share your thoughts about them. You have to share your thoughts too. On top of like knowing the kind of person they truly are, so you can explain why you even consider being a fan, why you even consider respecting them. I honestly I feel like I guarantee she has no clue what to do, how to describe Kobe Bryant right now, because all she knows is that he's a famous black basketball player. That's all she's gonna say. She's not gonna explain what are his games, his stats as a player, why people look up to him, why she would be willing to look up to him, or his personality traits, his character traits also. So you need to apply just more than I'm just a fan. You have to kind of have, like, a lot of these fans do have passion. One thing you kind of tell a person is a fan, like you kind of tell by this Hibachi chef. The reason how I can tell he is a fan of Kobe Bryant simply because of his passion. He has a passion for what he has Kobe Bryant done has what Kobe Bryant has done in the past. So he wants to commemorate him. He wants to show his respect. So he did something that only maybe possibly anything that's related to Kobe Bryant. Only something that he was able to extinguish, like whether he was playing an actual game, whether he was able to make the buzzer beater, whether he's able to make a game-winning shot, regardless, it's just anything that came into his mind that would respect Kobe Bryant, that to commemorate, because he felt that Kobe to him, he sees, maybe for all we know, I don't think this lady gets it. I doubt she sees him as I highly doubt she sees him as an idol, but I can guarantee you the chef does see him as an idol. So which is why he was willing to approach his customers and be like, yo, you guys need to pay attention. This is for Kobe. I've been practicing these trick moves for a while now, so it'd be nice if you guys would be willing to pay attention and watch what I'm capable of, because this is something that maybe you keep your eyes on something and maybe you'll notice Kobe Bryant is watching. Kobe Bryant is watching, and that he I want him to appreciate what I'm doing, and I respect him. And I feel like I'm doing something that is familiar, similar to all the previous games, his past history, just to show you what a great player he is. And I wish I could inherit his skill, which I clearly can't. So it's best that, because if I want to do certain moves that were made by Kobe, I would rather learn and practice on it. So I thank you. I appreciate it. Glad you guys take your time to watch, and hope you become entertained again and be willing to come again. And again, hope you guys enjoy the video. Be sure to check your notifications. Also, be willing to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.